by Pete Bowers, Charles Berman, and Daniel Schwartz.
Dateline Thorpsburg. From the desk of any Italic girl reporter, high atop Henderson Towers in Center City, in her office of the Thorpsburg Ledger-Star Bulletin Journal, we bring you the news of the world. Commissioned by seasoned newspaper editor Eugene Seabrook, any Italic tracks the most thrilling events of our day with the determination of a bloodhound, poised, notebook in hand, for the moment of her big break.
You know, I might complain about the Ledger-Star Bulletin Journal, but I've never really minded coming into work at the office. That's 'cause I never really have time to stay at the office long enough to do any work before Eugene Seabrook sends me out on some inane story.
Annie, what are you doing? I always envy you people who can find something worthwhile to do with your time.
It's called typing, Johnny. It's like work. I enjoy.
God, you're so lucky. I wish I could be satisfied by just sitting around and playing on the computer all day.
I'm not playing, Johnny. I'm typing my story. The one about the parking lot that mysteriously nobody ever parks in, remember? I had to wait around for 5 hours to prove it was true.
Oh, I wish I had a good excuse to stand around for 5 hours doing nothing. Wait, you mean this thing you're writing already happened? Well, that's old news. You're a reporter, Annie. Go investigate something.
How about I investigate how I never get anything printed because I keep getting interrupted?
That doesn't need any investigating. I know exactly how that happens. It's me being irritating.
Oh, so you know how it goes. I guess I'm not getting the story about the power plant melting down across the street.
Oh, of course not. Gene gave that to Phil Lister, best reporter. But he said you could take the unanswered letter story, since I think Susie's busy at the TV station.
At the what?
Oh, listen.
Hello again. This is Suzie SanSerriff, younger girl reporter from the Ledger-Star Bulletin Journal. I'm on TV again after my very successful interview with Phantasma, because if something is very successful, then good TV stations put the same thing on again. I didn't ask any questions in that, because it was a statement, and everybody knows that the best interviews put the focus as much as possible on the subject. So I'm going to do my interviews now by not asking any questions. Then they'll be successful. This week we have Michelle Berkeley from the Henderson trial. So...
Okay, I get the idea. At least she won't have to miss too many days at work. What's the story I get to not have Suzie there for?
I'm supposed to come to take pictures? He must not care about this story very much.
Though I'm sure the broadcast's over by then.
Oh, and we'll be meeting Wendy Wednesday.
Wendy Wednesday? She's real? Does that mean I have to actually read all of these Wendy Wednesday letters? Dear Annie, I like your name. Dear Annie, how is the weather in the office? Dear Annie, I liked the paper for the 23rd. Will tomorrow's paper be for the 24th?
No! God, I should have told you, but I'm so stupid. Stupid. We don't read them. That's the point. She's about to break the Guinness World Record for most unanswered letters. It's taken her 40 years, and our paper will be on the record as the non-answerer.
The ride over with Johnny was surprisingly tolerable. She only lived a mile away.
You know, I think I almost have a chance of enjoying this one. 40 years writing letters without getting a single answer. I identify with how futile her life is.
You, Johnny, you're really right, actually. Why would you spend 40 years writing to a local paper without ever getting an answer? What would compel someone?
Well, I know all about crushing loneliness. I'm sure that's part of it.
Hello? Hi, I'm Annie.
Oh, hello, Annie. You caught me just as I was writing a letter to the paper. I do it every day, you know. Today, I'm asking why the price is on the left instead of, you'll never guess, the right. Oh, I wonder what they will say. They're funny, that paper.
Listen, Wendy, I'm from the paper.
Oh, did you get my letter? Letters, I should say. I've written many of them, but no answer. Even to the one asking why there was no answer. You see...
We've gotten all your letters, except the ones that got lost in the black hole at the post office. You probably caused the black hole in the post office. We're interviewing you about the letters. You're about to break a record for unanswered letters.
Oh, I must write and ask who had the record before.
Some guy who never got his final paycheck.
Oh, well, now I have to write another letter.
God, yeah. Coming up with new ideas is incredibly hard. I wish I could come up with a way to do it, but that would involve coming up with a new idea.
Oh, yes, I know. Isn't it terrible? So you just end up doing whatever half-baked inane thing that comes to mind. I probably haven't written a very original letter since 1978.
Same with my photography. But I have to have something to distract me from how useless everything else is. So I just take pictures of things instead of doing anything worthwhile.
Okay. When you two soulmates are done,
God,
you can...
just my luck. I finally meet my one and only soulmate, and she's 50 years too old for me.
Hey!
Can we just get to the interview?
Oh, yes, of course. Let me get you two some tea. If you could only help me with the tray, though, I'm not quite as stable as I once was.
Gee, I wish I ever knew what it was like to be stable.
Physically stable.
God, you don't know what I mean. I don't think I have any soulmate at all, Annie.
I'm gonna go help with the tea.
It's in the kitchen, where I read the paper and try to come up with things to write. Come this way.
Ah!
What is it?
I bet you might have thought it was because of my crippling fear of being alone that I was screaming, but no!
Wait. Was it you that rearranged all this furniture?
No! God, I mean, I know my taste in interior design would be bad if I had the confidence to try it, but I couldn't be this bad. That's what I was screaming about.
What happened?
I don't know. Everything just started moving on its own, but then I just hid behind the security of my camera and started shooting.
Okay, let's look at the pictures. Wendy, your plants moved around your furniture.
Oh, I know. They've been doing that for around 40 years. Did you know my first letter to the newspaper was about that? But they never answered that one. So I started trying to come up with more interesting things to write about.
Your plants have been rearranging your furniture for 40 years. And you never thought to mention it more than once?
Oh, I figured if it was interesting, you'd have wanted to do a story. I figured I needed a new idea. I started to feel like I'd run out when I wrote that letter in 1990 about how the paper of my back issues keeps getting yellower and yellower. Oh, and there's the fridge again. I'm getting too old to move that all the way back into the kitchen every day.
Okay, I'm sorry we didn't answer the first letter. I wasn't born, but this is a far more interesting story than the unanswered letters record. I mean, why are they moving your furniture?
Who says they have a reason? God, I wish I had a good reason for doing something.
You know, I never thought to ask. Let's ask Planty. Planty!
I was going to point out, you named your plant Planty, but what other name would you give a plant? Frederick? Nah, Planty's perfect.
Hey, I talk to my plants too, and they say I'm crazy for it. Ha! It's just one of the symptoms of my mental disorders.
Oh, I didn't name him Planty. That's what he called himself. Come on, Planty!
Yeah, Miss Wednesday? What you... Oh, there's other people here. Do you make tea? You know I hate it when you make tea. If I was a tea leaf, that would hurt.
Well, maybe I'll make some coffee.
Oh, come on. That's made of beans, right? You don't have to rub it in my face, Miss Wednesday.
You know, I'm probably remembering this wrong, but I think they're actually a berry.
is the point of the thing?
Fine, I'll get us all some water. Well, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by talking plants.
Yeah, we don't move too fast.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you know how you became walking, talking plants?
Yeah, there's a Chinese restaurant next door, and they use a lot of MSP or something. Then they dump it in the ground, and that does something. Or something. It's a lot of science stuff. Anyway, it made me a super intelligent plant.
MSP? MSP? You mean like mechanically separated poultry? Or methylene-specific PCR? That's sciencey. Maybe it's manganese stabilizing protein. Or a millisecond pulsar? Or are you just misremembering MSG?
I think it stands for must shut person up.
Okay, got it. I'll try and remember.
Sorry, Annie. God, I knew all this useless information would be my downfall. I'm pretty irritating, aren't I? I mean, I think so.
Yes!
Okay, why do you keep moving all the stuff around again and again?
I'm redecorating. It's really pretty smart if you think about it. She keeps all the food in that big white box. Why not move it where she can get the food without getting up?
But that's thoughtful.
Now you're thinking like a plant.
But it won't help. Look, it's unplugged.
It'll just take root in here. Not for nothing, I'm a super intelligent plant.
You certainly are. For a plant.
I certainly am.
You certainly are.
Shut up, Johnny.
Sorry. I should just keep my mouth shut. I never know when to be quiet. I'm always talking. I never know when to be quiet. Most people, they know when to be quiet. But me, that's one of many social cues I just totally miss. I think it's probably because...
Sometimes I don't consider myself so lucky I can talk.
Yeah, me neither.
So I bet you're wondering why I call myself Planty.
Actually, that's the one thing I wasn't wondering.
Well, did you guess this because I'm a plant? I thought it was pretty clever.
Okay, don't take this the wrong way, but are you the one in charge? 'Cause I'm really having a hard time believing that you'd be the one in charge.
Well, this is my friend. Hey, Vegetably, get in here. Guess what he is?
A walking, talking vegetable?
Johnny, let me to the reporting.
Yeah, I'd be even worse at that than I am at my own job.
Okay, is he a walking, talking vegetable?
Yeah, a carrot. Here he is.
Hi, everyone. Ugh, Planty. The chairs all go right under the window, so she gets sun. Jeez, what can I do for you guys?
You guys have been pushing around this lady's furniture for 40 years? Why?
Well, she keeps moving it back again.
Well, she's getting pretty old. She can't keep doing it that much longer.
I know, then the plan will be complete.
Now we're getting somewhere. What plan?
Ever hear of a couch potato? Well, I did once. It must be a potato that lives on a couch. Well, if we can turn her into one of them, then it would be pretty cool.
Here we go. 3 glasses of water.
Should I pour on their feet for you?
We'll take care of it ourselves.
Wow. Okay. Let's get this interview. I can get Gene the story he wants. Then maybe he'll let me sneak in this good story about these super intelligent, relatively speaking, plants. And they don't even seem like that much of a threat. This is all turning out perfect.
Friendly neighborhood mailman here. I'm here to deliver the mail in your neighborhood in a friendly way. Here you go.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, valued postal client. Have a glorious day filled with wonderful correspondence.
Postcard from Michigan. Water bill and... Finally! Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Dear Miss Wednesday, Thank you for all the letters. If you don't mind, I will be sending our Italic girl reporter, one of our reporters, to do a story on how in 1 week we will have helped you by not sending you any letters to break the Guinness record for longest unanswered correspondence. Congratulations in advance, Eugene Seabrook, newspaper editor.
Huh. Well, there goes the record. Nice going, Jean.
Oh, Annie, I'm so happy. Please tell everyone at your paper thank you, and thank them all for finally answering my letters.
You just lost, never mind.
Oh, I guess it's back to life with Planty and Vegetably for me. But they are at least some welcome defense against my loneliness.
Gosh, I wish I had some defense against my vast loneliness.
Oh, thanks, Miss Wednesday. We both really love you. That's why we've been trying to turn you into a potato.
Nice meeting you all.
Same to you. Now once you leave, there will be nothing to hinder my plans. The whole world will be potatoes.
You know what? Come here.
No!
Yum.
Now I have gone from 2 to only 1 talking plant companion.
I'm sure I can help you with that. Oh, other Vegetably, come in here.
Yeah?
Talking lettuce? Great. Let's go. Here's the story that Jean ruined by sending this letter. Here's a groundbreaking expose on talking plants that nobody cares about. Harvey! Bar! Now. Yes, Johnny, you can come too.